5 Live Zone. So when it comes to hip hop, microphone checker, 1 2 checker, what comes to mind with regard to the history of hip hop? For me, it's got to be New York City. Yes, the concrete jungle. But there are so many myths surrounding the history of hip hop. Now there's a film that plans to dispel all of those myths. It's dubbed none other than Microphone Check, the hidden history of hip hop. Here to tell us all about it happens to be a hip hop historian, Mr. Tariq Nasheed, joining us right here on the Fox 5 Live Zone. Good to see you, sir, and welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. My pleasure.
I got to tell you, this is just so cool. I guess full disclosure, this film was actually unveiled right here in the nation's capital. I think late last week, I saw the headline and said, you know what? Let me scratch it real quick, stop the record, and have you come on the show to tell us all about it. For folks that are really learning about the history of hip hop for the first time, what does this film really entail?
This film really talks about the humanizing of the pioneers of hip hop. Anytime people talk about hip hop and hip hop history, they talk about things in a very vague and abstract way. They'll just say, well, hip hop came from the Bronx, which it did come from the Bronx, but who did it come from? Who were the people? What made them create this culture? What was their background? And we wanted to get into that in the film. We wanted to talk about the upbringing of the people, how they migrated and their families migrated from the South to the Bronx, and the socioeconomic positions that made them want to create this phenomenal culture that is now the dominant worldwide culture. So we did a real deep dive into all the elements of hip hop.
Yeah, gosh, this is just so cool. Tariq, it's no secret. Folks that know me know that I love history. And to think that you all put this together, it's truly a gem. Can you talk about what you needed to do in order to make sure you got the right guests, you got the right people to talk to, you found out where you needed to go? I mean, how does that all come into play?
That's a very great question. A lot of hip hop documentaries, what they'll do, they'll talk to 1 or 2 pioneers and then they'll skip a few generations and talk to more contemporary artists. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to speak to the people who were around in the 1970s, the very, very beginning. So in this film, we got the first hip hop MC, Coke La Rock. We got the first female MC, that's a sister named Shy Rock. We got the first modern graffiti artist, is a brother named Cornbread, who came out of Philly. So it was very important to get these people who were the absolute first. We got the first break dancer, a gentleman by the name of Trixie. So these people are still around. They're still trying to get their story out, and we wanted to give them a platform. And when they saw that we were talking about their history and really letting the people know who they are and giving them the shine they wanted to get, they were 100% on board for this film.
Yeah. Okay, so excuse my ignorance. I profess to know a little something about hip hop. I'm not the best, but I guarantee you I knew nothing about the 5 elements. That just completely blew my mind. What's that all about?
Yeah, in hip hop, there's 5 general elements of hip hop. That is the rapping, that's the DJing, that's the breakdancing, that is the graffiti, and the 5th element is the knowledge, the consciousness that codifies everything, because a lot of people leave the consciousness element out. The people in the Bronx at the time when they were creating hip hop, the Black Power movement was still going on. And then there was another movement of the 5% Nation. And these people were very instrumental in having a certain level of consciousness that codified the mindset of the people who wanted to get out of crime. They didn't want to be in the streets. They wanted to create a culture where the kids could enjoy themselves and be in a safe space. So all of those elements are very instrumental in helping the evolution of hip hop stay respectable.
Yeah. Tariq, earlier, I guess sometime late last week or prior or the week before that, I got a chance to interview Big Daddy Kane right here on this show. And I posed the question to him. I said, with regard to hip hop, when you were a part of it in your prime and what it is now, how it has evolved, how do you feel about it? And I got to be honest with you, I expected him to slam it. He didn't. He just said, Guy, it evolved. I would pose the same question to you, sir. With regard to the evolution of hip hop, you like it, don't like it? Could it do better?
It could do better, and I like it. I think that it has to be more balanced, and because there's more of a corporate structure pushing the narrative of hip hop now, we don't get the same balance that we used to get during the golden era of hip hop. Big Daddy Kane is one of the most respected MCs in the hip hop genre, and he came out of that golden era, the late 80s, early 90s. And in that era, there was a grassroots effort from the ground people of hip hop to make sure the integrity was still there. So you had to have lyricism, you had to have originality, you couldn't steal somebody else's style. So there was a code that was there that we don't see as much now. So I would like to see a balance now in hip hop. And with this film Microphone Check, putting the integrity back into hip hop and letting people see the history of it and bringing the knowledge back. I hope that that will prompt people to respect the culture in order to make it evolve in a more balanced way.
Yeah, Tariq, I got to say this. I remember years ago, I think I happened to be 13, and I bet my mom that hip hop would still be around by the time I'm, I think, 30. She still owes me $20 for that bet. It is definitely here to stay, and it's here to stay because of guys like you. We appreciate what you do, and with regard to spreading the word, the more awareness surrounding the culture. Folks that want to find out more information about Microphone Check, the hidden history of hip hop, how would one go about to do so?
You can go to microphonecheck.com. We're going to have another theatrical run in a few weeks, and you can get information on how to get the Blu-ray and the streaming for the film. Phenomenal film, sold out screenings all over the country so far. So go to microphonecheck.com.
Tariq Nasheed, once again, hip-hop historian, and kind enough to join us right here on the LZ. Truly appreciate you, sir.